Are you ready? We'll call the council work session of June 2nd to order at 5:30 p.m. and ask the assistant city manager to call the roll.
Council President Briggs,
We'll call the council
Councilor
work
Barrientos,
session of June 2nd.
Councilor Blosser,
to
Councilor
order
Fitzgerald
at
is
5:30
excused.
p.m. and ask the assistant
Councilor
city
Jantz,
manager to call the roll.
Councilor Schilling, President Briggs,
We'll
Councilor
call the
Spivey,
council
Councilor
work
Barrientos,
session of June 2nd.
Councilor Blosser,
to
Councilor Fitzgerald
order
is
at 5:30. Right,
excused.
thank you.
Councilor Jantz,
First thing on the agenda is a leadership Dallas graduation. June 2nd.
Councilor Blosser,
Brian.
Councilor
Thank you, Mayor
Fitzgerald
Slack.
is excused.
So Leadership Dallas
Jantz?
is a program that's in
On
its
the
third year.
agenda is a leadership
And it's
Dallas
a community engagement program
Councilor
where we
Blosser?
invite citizens
Councilor
from
Fitzgerald?
Dallas or people that live
so
outside the city
Dallas
that want to
is
know
a
a little bit more about our community and just kind of how the city functions as well as the community functions as a whole. So it's more than just kind of your traditional Citizens Academy where they come in and learn about like each city department. We go, outside the walls of City Hall and our city departments to learn more about the community in general, working with our nonprofits, the tourism industry, our businesses, and our education programs and that we have and offerings throughout the city. So it's really a great program. And each year as we progress, the class from the previous year hosts and runs the next year's class. And so it's been really great for me to kind of take a step back. And this year I probably stepped back more than I would have liked because of other obligations, but they did it without me and it was great. And I'm looking forward to hearing their experiences today. But I'm going to start with inviting one of their class members, Sean Shuckle, to come up, and she has put together a presentation regarding some stuff they did earlier today.
Hello, I'm Sean Shuckle. I'm a realtor here in town. And I just want to say, first of all, this has been a fabulous project. I just love being on this. I'm a relative newcomer to Dallas, only been here 9 years. I figured out that's very new. And one of the big reasons why I wanted to do something like this was I was starting to get really down about the negativity on Facebook community pages and whatnot. And I just decided I'm on the Chamber and Visitors Bureau and those boards, and I wanted to be more of a positive part of the positive change. And then I heard about this and I thought, this will be a cool thing. And I'm so glad I did it. Glenda and I, she just walked in, we're lucky enough to be the chairman for the service project, which is what we're going to talk about right now. I think I gave you our report and we've got a few pictures.
Control the slideshow on the keyboard there.
Oh dear. Okay. With the arrow. There we go. Lovely. Okay. This year we decided for our project that we wanted to celebrate all our educators in Dallas. And we say educators because we know it's not just the teachers that are good for our kids. It's also, the cooks and the bus drivers and the secretary and everybody. So one thing we discovered is there's over 400 educators in our Dallas area, in our school districts. And so we decided we wanted to honor them by giving them a little coffee break. So that's what we did this morning. We raised money from all of these different organizations and in-kind donations. So we raised $1,000, plus we got full donations from Karma Coffee, New Morning Bakery, Dutch Bros, and Dollar Tree. So well over $1,000, probably near $2,000. So as I do pictures here, sorry. So yes, so here's our donations. We spent every dime like we were supposed to because it was all donation except for $1, which we'll probably give to somebody. But we did discover we had $160 left at the end of all of this. And so what we decided to do was the Karma gift cards. We bought 16 more Karma gift cards to give to 100 Acre Academy because they couldn't join us today because they're already out of school. So we're going to give that in a card to them and they can enjoy that in the fall. Just some pictures from this morning. We were here bright and early at 6 o'clock getting everything all set up. We went to each school, we had teams. We had all sorts of goodies from Karma, like I said, Karma and New Morning Bakery. We had the coffee, we got balloons, all sorts of stuff. We signed, we did some thank you cards to all our donors that we all signed, and those are going to get mailed out. And just some fun as we were packing up and loading up. And we had coffee out there for all these schools by 8 o'clock this morning. And there's some of our teachers. And then that's the gift cards with the last little bit of money. That's our show. Thank you.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll invite each person from the class to come up, and you'll just tag each other. So once you're done, then you'll come up and just give us like a 1 or 2 minute spiel of, you know, what you liked about the program or something that you learned, and yeah.
About a few years. So I thought it was a great opportunity to learn about the town, meet some other people that live here as well, and through the program, which was great. And it was just so interesting to learn about businesses I didn't know existed in town, all of the different nonprofits, how the government is structured here too locally was really interesting and great to learn so much about it. So I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
I made eye contact. I'm Helen Connolly. I'm normally with the Dallas Downtown Association. And I have a few notes. Okay, so first of all, the nonprofits, as was pointed out, there's so many nonprofits, and that was really exciting with a nonprofit. So it's great to see all of the different work that all of our nonprofits are out there doing and the different goals that they have. It was really great to make connections, not just with our class. It's not, I mean, it's networking, I guess, technically, but there were really connections with our class, but also the class before that came and led us through everything and meeting people all throughout the community. And then our sponsors, connecting with them, and then all of the places that we went, and even things that were familiar to me. I'm a former educator and spent a lot of years in the classroom, and I was familiar with most of the places that we went as far as like education. I still learned something. I still got something out of it. It was still really interesting. But what was really interesting is the stuff that I know nothing about, which is like, I've never been to jail. So going to the jail is pretty interesting, and doing the tour and all that. The drone, when they showed us how they use the drone in police work and seeing all of that, that was really fascinating. The healthcare aspects and visiting the different, not just the hospital, but also going to like Jefferson Lodge and going to Dallas Retirement Village and things like that. And I missed wine day. That was the only day I missed, was the day that they went to the winery. So I feel like I need a makeup day on that day. But other than that, it was a great experience. So thank you for providing it. Oh, I have to fix my bag. It's you, okay? He was trying to look.
Hi, Gomez. Where to start? I don't know. There's one of the things that I didn't know about were some of these mom and pop shops that we did visit individually. The one that really stuck out was Focal Point. It's like out there. You don't even know it's there. It's like, wow, we have where people from or photographers from all over that. When he was giving the history, like they come from different states, they drive down there, they have certain services that they provide that not a lot of people do. So I was blown by that. Like, whoa, okay, that's you don't hear about that anymore. Usually it's I'm just gonna Amazon it and get it over here. But that was one of them. The what do you call that? The scavenger hunt was fun. It was super fun. Getting to know and do little activities here and there, and going through the shops and actually looking in different places for the items that we needed to find. Helen telling me to run to They're quick, get there quick, otherwise we're gonna get a 5-minute penalty. We ran, I don't run, we ran, we get there. Oh, who was the first one here? It was me. Well, you get the 5-minute penalty. Uh-huh. But overall, it was just fun, and it was, I love the people that I worked with and experienced this with, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
So thank you.
Good evening. My name is Charles Williamson. I was first introduced to Leadership Dallas by my wife, Holly. She would just come home and I would see just how all the cool things that she would be able to go and do and see Dallas. So, you know, we've been in town for about 8 years now, and just to see some of the things that really make Dallas amazing, from law enforcement to education to, you know, the small, like Jose said, the small little businesses that just make it so special. So yeah, it was amazing to see that. We got to go see some really cool nonprofits. The Heart Horse Therapy was a great place to go visit. And of course, going and see Thoughts and Gifts Projects is always a gift to go see and see the good things that they've been doing. But yeah, being able to, you know, do this with the class behind us has been special, and look forward to doing it again. So really appreciate all you guys allowing us to do this, and just keep doing it. So thank you.
Hello, my name's Jen Robinson. I work here in the Dallas area. I don't actually live here, but I do work over at Citizens Bank, West Valley Tap House, and I'm also on the DDA. So being able to be a part of this program was really nice because it gave me some insight of the city, how networking works, being able to get the back history of how long the town's been here, and then also using that in my interactions with the clients who live within the city has been really cool. And also getting to know all these individuals that I was in the program with. Thank you.
I'm Laura Monroe. I think I've met most of you. Okay, so I don't know. I've been kind of actually hemming and hawing about what I want to say about this. When I first saw the class come through in my email, I thought, okay, well, Dallas leadership. So basically, I'm going to take this class. I'm going to know what does it mean to be a leader here in Dallas? And I'm not sure I got that answer from this class. It feels a little bit more like it was maybe a tourism class to get I did, you know, learn things about the city that I didn't know before, about businesses and things like that. But I think as far as like the idea for why I came to the class, I don't know that I got that answered. And I'm not sure if that was the intended goal of the class in the first place. Overall, it was a lovely time getting to go out to vineyards and hang out with nice people and all of that. But I guess as far as the structure of it, that's where I would have some room for feedback. Thank you.
This year's Leadership Dallas, these guys, don't let them fool you, very competitive. We were running all over Dallas trying to win that, yeah, whatever that was, but they're gonna do it at Crazy Days or Dallas Days or whatever, so you guys can have a chance to do the scavenger hunt as well. I enjoy just getting to know more of the leaders every time, like, and then being able to connect people with the different things we learn about, you know, everything from the youth garden to DRV to Dreamies to all the different things we learn about, and being able to help people be like, hey, did you know this is here? And I would respond to Laura saying, as we learn, we are now a little bit more leaders in the community, because now we do know how the police station, why we need that, and how the government works together. And so we're able to explain to people in conversations that they may not know yet either, and tell them to come to the next one. So anyway, it's a great program. Thank you.
Glenda, you want to share? Hello. I'm Glenda Dunaway, and I run a nonprofit here in town. And so it was one of those things where I didn't know if I wanted the commitment that it took to do this at first. And so I actually didn't do it last year. And I'm so thankful I did it. It was such an opportunity to get to know different aspects of this town that I saw on the surface, but didn't really know too much about it. Like Open Road, I had no idea we had such a big company right here in our little town, and what they do to contribute. And I just thought that was really meaningful. I really enjoyed the relationships I built in this class. To speak to Laura, I'll say that, I mean, I was able to rent the Dallas Event Center from her, and I felt so much more comfortable interacting with her because I knew her. And I appreciate just having the connections with the different people. I feel like I've built some lifelong friendships. Sean and I are quite a dynamic duo, I've discovered. And I like working with different people and different personalities, and you know, Helen, and just it's been really, I think, meaningful to build the relationships, because you become a strong leader when you know more people and you know how to interact with people who may disagree with you or may come from a different point of view. And I really appreciated the experience. So thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Joy McMurchie. I married into this town 11 years ago. My husband is Patrick McMurchie, and I'm also a certified financial educator. I work with Holly Williamson, and who told me that I should do this. And she told me this 2 years in a row, and I finally said yes. And I'm also serve on the Dallas Chamber Board. Like Sean, I also engage with the community Facebook pages. So bummed when we went away from just having one, and now there's like 7. But seeing people's responses to different things, people asking questions about what was available in town, what there is to do for kids, what there is to do or questions about the schools and stuff. I really wanted to learn more about the town and better understand what was available, and then also just be able to be a resource for other people, especially with what Holly and I do. We also were the founders of the New to Dallas meetup group, which is how we met Marie. And just being someone who can, when someone's new in town, say, you know, they need help with something, they need a plumber, they need a hairdresser or whatever, we can be a resource to them. And so we try and be very connected in the community. So this was a great opportunity to do that, and also to answer some of my own questions as we were heading into a pretty interesting phase with our own city. With the Dallas Police Bond, it was great to be able to learn more about the city and the county, who's responsible for what resources they each have, what needs they have, and then to be able to translate what I learned there and be able to share it with other people who had questions about those things on the Facebook community pages, or just conversations that I was having, which was really great. Also, I loved learning about some of the history and hidden gems that we have here in town. Jose mentioned Focal Point, which is like apparently nationally known, or Grandma's Attic, also very well known. People come from other states to go there, but who knew that we had the longest continuously operating jewelry store in Oregon, which is there on Main Street. So it was really neat to learn some of these fun facts, either on our Dallas Dash, is what they called that scavenger hunt thing, which was super fun. I was also one of the people, I was on Jose's team. We got chipped. And then even the walking tour, which is available to other people who want to do that. And I think Tyler was the one who put that together, which was really neat to learn some more fun facts about town. So those have been great little pieces of additional knowledge, and just getting to meet more people in the community too has been really great, to other business owners. Thank you so much.
All right, and I think that covers everyone that's here. We did have a couple of additional participants who are not here tonight, and that's okay. I'm sure they had great experiences as well. So what we'll do at this point is we do have some graduation stuff for you. So I want to have the mayor come out front, and then I'll call you up one at a time, and the mayor will present you with your graduation certificate and gift from the city. And then once you get that, if you can just kind of step off to the side, we'll do a big group photo at the end with kind of everyone in the middle. So, all right, as I call you up, come on up. We'll start with Helen Connolly. We can all clap for her too. All right, Glenda Dunaway. Jose Gomez. Maria Mayer. Joy McMurtry. Laura Monroe. Jennifer Robinson. All right, Sean Shuckle. Charles Williamson.
You have two of those in your household now?
So wait, they're about to have three. Holly Williamson. All right, so we'll invite all the graduates to come on up and with your signs and take a picture with the mayor.
You're in there. However you can.
All carrying big weapons.
Right. And don't cut your finger.
Perfect. Okay, I can get you all in here. We're gonna do a countdown. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take a couple more. Perfect.
Thank you, everybody. All right, so I'll just end by end this topic by saying that it has been a lot of fun, and I appreciate the feedback from Laura. That's great. It is something that we need to focus on. How do we, kind of introduce the leadership elements to this program and class? So keep that in mind because you're in charge of this next year, right? So there's going to be opportunities for you to do that. But no, that's great, and it was a good experience. I was able to participate in some of the stuff this year, so I had a great time. It's a wonderful program. I'm grateful for the council to continue to support that, and just grateful for everyone here. It sounds like you had a great year. So, with that, we'll go ahead and end this topic. You're welcome to stick around for the rest of the work session. We're going to talk city business. So, or you can part either way. All right, thank you, Mayor. That's it.
All right, move on to the next item in the agenda, and that's the 2025 proposed city fee schedule. Brian.
All right, thank you, Mayor Slack. So the city has a fee schedule. It's included in this report as attachment A. So there are a couple of fees that are by resolution subject to automatic increases with a consumer price index. And those are noted with some asterisks in the fee schedule. So those have been adjusted accordingly. Other fees are not. But what staff did this year is we looked at the consumer price index for the last year, and most fees are proposed to increase by at least 2.8%, which was the CPI for the last year. Some fees that haven't been increased in a long time, maybe are a little bit higher than that to cover actual costs. And some fees didn't adjust at all. One fee, the garage sale permits, actually we reduced that. And I can talk about why we did those things. But the fee schedule is included again as attachment A. I'm not going to go over each of the fees unless you would like me to. We can do that, but certainly if you have questions, we can go over those. And I would also mention that the aquatic center fees, while they're being proposed to change here, those do not change until January 1st. Just to be consistent with the rollover of the memberships that we have, we do that in January as opposed to July 1st. All the other fees would be effective July 1st. So with that, maybe I'll just open it up to questions that you have regarding fees.
David?
This is probably answered somewhere and I just missed it in the fine print, but on the actual fee schedule, the 1, 2, 3, 4th page of the fee schedule itself, about a third of the way down, there's a thing called technology fee. And it looks like there's a footnote, but I can't find the footnote. Where should I be looking?
Number of the packet.
Yeah, it would be page 8.
Page
About a
8.
third of the way down. Yeah. Yeah, where do I look to find the footnotes?
It's actually on every page.
Brian, just a reminder, Kim didn't put those in yet because it messes up the formatting.
That's right. So I know what that footnote is. That footnote is the one that says that this fee is subject to an automatic CPI. The building fees and some of our I believe it's the ambulance fees are subject to automatic increases with a CPI that's identified already. So that's what the footnote is. But as Emily pointed out, the footnotes aren't printed here because of formatting issues with the Excel spreadsheet. It was just complicated to figure that out. So
Asterisks are the ones you had to adjust manually, and the ones with a footnote go up automatically. Is that it?
Is that really? This is the technology fee is just 4% of the above fees for every one of these.
yeah, I know the building fees.
Just look when I pay with a credit card, I get charged for that using the credit card. I believe.
You pull up just real fast our fee schedule online. I don't have a copy of that printed out. Because that footnote should be on last year's fee schedule.
Found it. The footer number 2 says technology fee is required to fund various internal costs of doing business electronically, is what that footnote says.
Emily? Any other questions? Go ahead, Larry.
It's the footnote on page 12, fire and EMS department fees. There's a footnote 3 that seems to be missing.
That footnote says these fees shall be automatically adjusted each July 1st based on the percentage change in the consumer price index, Pacific Cities second half report published in the preceding February of each year. And then it references the resolution that made that automatic change.
Second question was on the infamous charging stations. I see the level 3 charging station didn't get increased. It's staying at 10 cents.
And that's because right now those are not functional. And so, I mean, you can look at increasing that.
They ever come back online?
Back online, but right now we don't have level 3 chargers. And so I would say before if those come back online, or if the council decides to have level 3 charging stations, that they would evaluate the fee at that time.
If and when they come back online, it'll come back to us for a discussion.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Yep. If you want to go back to page 12, there's a couple of amendments that need to be kind of just discussed. Again, we're not making a decision on this tonight. This is just the work session. So the things that I'm about to talk about will be incorporated into the fee schedule for consideration by the council with the resolution in later this month. So the under the fire and EMS department, the ambulance and EMS services fees, the first one that says all levels of transport services needs to be reworded for billing purposes to ALS 1, ALS 1 emergency, BLS, BLS emergency, and ALS 2 transport services. So ALS is advanced life support, BLS is basic life support. But this just helps us to differentiate the different classifications of billing instead of just lumping them all into transport services. We're able to code it out specific to
So
those
they need to be broken out
types of
separately.
services. Right. Because different insurances and Medicaid and those services will pay certain amounts depending on how that's coded. So we just want to have all the different codes listed out, coded properly. So that will be amended as part of that. The fee is still $1,930.34. And then the wording under evaluation and treatment, no transport, needs to be changed to ambulance response / treatment, no transport. So we're adding the words ambulance response and eliminating evaluation. And so that will also be adjusted. The fee again being $604.95. And then we're looking at adding 2 fees. Again, this is based on our billing and how we would code things. One would be specialty care transport, and that fee would be $2,860.62. And then the other fee that needs to be added is extra ambulance attendant for transport, and that would be $19.36. So those will be included as part of the resolution.
Do we ever look out at other cities and compare what our fees are and how they line up with other jurisdictions?
We do. I don't know I don't know how in depth we go with every particular service we have. But I know with our economic and community development fees, both building and planning, that exercise has taken place recently. I'm looking at my department heads for other fees. If I know that you've done that, Fire and EMS has. Not sure that's all my stuff I'm seeing. So, yeah, but I think that we have done that.
Some data that we can share, we can look at.
We can certainly pull that. We can pull what we have. Yeah,
I'd like to take a look at it.
sure.
Questions or comments?
I can, and for those that we haven't done, I'm happy to have us do some work before we take this back to you on June 16th. Yep.
For discussion? Not hearing none. You have anything else, Brian?
It's just a nit, but
Yeah.
when you come back with for the resolution, can we make sure we do have the footnotes so everything's there?
Yes. Yeah. The footnotes will be there. Yeah. Yeah. We'll, on the final version, we'll have the footnotes. We'll have the amendments that I talked about. We'll also have some comparison fees from some other jurisdictions. So you can have those to look at.
Okay. Do you have any other business for the work session? We have a lot of time.
At a time. For some reason, I thought this was going to take a little bit longer. We should start at 6. All right. Nope, nothing else.
Comments from the counselors. I will adjourn the work session at 6:04. See you back at 7.